near Knoxville, and we started sharing stories. And I started telling her stories about the cars that Joyce and I had. And I have my notes here for two reasons. One is to save time and to keep me on track. The first car was when we were students in Carson Newman College. I developed a ministry over at the county jail. Somehow they thought that it'd be all right for us to do that on Sunday afternoon. Well, I had to buy a car. It was 10 miles away. And the first car we had was very old. It was some kind of Ford. The roof was made of tar. I mean, they had tarred it. But then when it got hot, it would open up. And when it rained, the rain would come in. And so Joyce would hold an umbrella. Well, that's just half of the story. We had trouble with the key, the ignition. The road was not fully paved, and it was very crooked. And the key would wiggle out, and it would fall between the cracks on the floor, and it would fall somewhere on the road. So we had to turn around and go look for the thing. And we found it most of the time. That was my first car. The second car was when we were out in Berkeley, California, Oakley, California. I was in the Golden Gate Baptist Theological Cemetery. That was deliberate. But anyhow, this car had problems. The big problem was that, and I tried to take care of my cars, the motor would stop, it would stall. And I had a terrible time getting started. Well, I had a pastorate on the other side of the bay from Oakland, and we had to ride on the ferry. The ferry would carry big lumber trucks and everything. So I would always try to make sure that my car was in front of a lumber truck. And I would get out and apologize, and he said, "That's all right, we'll give you a push. Once you push it, it'd start again." So I had to do that several times with a little bit of embarrassment. And then I got off of the ferry, and I made a wrong turn and went right into San Quentin Federal Prison. These big fat guards came out with shotguns, and they said, "What's your business?" We're going up to Petaluma. Got to go to okay, get out of here, don't come back. So that was the second car that had a problem with the motor starting. And the last car I want to tell you about, that was really a lemon. It really was. We had all kinds of problems. We were very poor. When I read the record, I cry sometimes. I do. It's a wonder. But anyhow, I pastored a church in Petaluma, California. It was exactly 33.9 miles north of the Golden Gate Bridge. It's on 101 north. And on Sunday night, after the service was over, I happened to be the last one out, and I locked the church door and got in the car. My wife was there next to me, and we had two children in the back seat. The car was locked in reverse. So there was no way to get it to go forward. The garages were all closed. Church members had gone home. I didn't have a phone number. So I backed. In fact, 33.9 miles to the Golden Gate Bridge. Now, I swear, I tell not to lie. You know, really, I was a good backer then. But anyhow, they had state policemen at each end of the bridge then, and I explained to him what the problem was and who I had in the car, had classes the next morning. He said, all right, you just go on across the bridge, backing, and when their car comes, just pull over and let him go by. And I did that. Well, after you get across the Golden Gate Bridge, it comes down on the, where the docks are. And they said, if you're going to go through San Francisco at night, follow the docks. And so I drove all the way through San Francisco backwards. And then you get on the Oakland Bay Bridge, which is, what is it? It's a long bridge. And it goes and it crosses Treasure Island, which is a Navy base. That's where I had training during World War II for the submarine forces. And then it goes right on into Oakland. Well, everything went well. And the bridge, the Oakland Bay Bridge is 4.8 miles long. 23,555 feet. I counted every foot. And it goes right into Oakland. I backed into our garage, and I had a neck ache for 2 weeks.